has invented a machine that folds space. Just put an object in it. The object can then randomly appear elsewhere. To prove that the machine is harmless to humans, Roy first experimented with one of his own hands. He put his hand in it in one go, although it looked a bit scary. But in fact Roy doesn't feel a thing. As the camera zooms out we can see Roy's hand comes out of another space. It's amazing. But an experiment of this caliber is clearly not enough. If he was to succeed in getting the prize, Roy had to make sure that everything was in order. He hesitated for a moment, and then the whole thing went in. The experiment seems to be going very well. The prize money was a sure thing for Roy. Excitedly, he was ready to report the world-shattering news to the government. But just as he was about to press the send button, Roy suddenly had a moment of hesitation. He was thinking that if he resold the technology, wouldn't he be able to feed and clothe himself for the rest of his life? Just as he was thinking about it, suddenly the machine, which had been switched off, started up on its own. He put out the cigarette he was holding. He was ready to go over and investigate the cause of the problem. Watch out for Roy's movements at this point. There's a twist at the end. Just as Roy approaches the machine, suddenly he is sucked in. When he wakes up, to find himself in a dark place, then a huge hand suddenly appeared and grabbed him. Luckily, only taking a cigarette from the side. But when he saw what the giant looked like, Roy cried out in horror, for it was himself he saw. After calming down, Roy finally understood. This machine was not only able to fold space, it could also travel through time and space. He just didn't know why he had become so small here. In order to get back to the previous universe, he had to use the help of the machine again. With great effort, he finally climbed up to the computer. Then he pressed the switch that turned the machine on. The machine was successfully turned on. All he had to do was leap in. But just as he was about to jump,
ah, shit.